I've come to an unusual place today for photography. This is Bolton Percy Station Nature Reserve, which is close to Tadcaster in West Yorkshire. And we've got a choice of two different tracks today, so I'm going to take this one. So this is supposed to be a really good place for butterflies, and I can honestly say I've just started my way down this track and it's teeming. I'm seeing so many butterflies, and interestingly both big and small. I have a feeling maybe I've seen something new that I've not seen before. And what have we got down here? I think it's a gatekeeper just stopped on this nettle. White, looks like a large white, and I think it could be interesting from a habitat point of view, being like an old railway station that's now largely overgrown, I believe. Just having a different habitat, maybe there's kind of remnants of that left around, that could be interesting for the butterflies and perhaps for attracting different species of butterflies, you know, ones that maybe I haven't got yet. So there's a small, very orange butterfly, really orange, which I'm not sure I entirely recognise it, so I really want to find out what that is. This is quite interesting here. I guess this is kind of what I was talking about, is this wall. Now, there are supposed to be wall browns here, which is a butterfly I've never photographed. I don't even think I've even ever seen it. And I guess they're called wall for a fairly obvious reason, but I'll keep a lookout. Maybe that's what I've seen. Quite a lot of nettles around, need to be careful of that. What I'm doing at the moment is walking into the light. The sun's like directly ahead of me. But that's quite useful because it backlights any butterflies. There's quite a lot of butterflies flitting around along this path, and it's just highlighting them. So I'm looking quite far ahead all the time. I'm looking really far ahead along this path just to see what's there. I've just seen a speckled wood, which is a lovely butterfly. I've always liked speckled woods, and they very much like kind of the edges, I find, like woodland glades, those kind of edges. I find the really good places for speckled woods, and it was tiny, so maybe it's just a very new one, a fresh one. So I'm going to get a camera out here. Oh, no. There's a snail on there. Come on, speckled wood. Speckled wood. I'm just going to hang around here basically. Oh, there's another one, and it's in a better position because it's higher up. I'll try and get closer. I'll try and get under it a bit more. It's never easy. I'm using autofocus. Autofocus at the moment. Oh, the sun's come back. The light is so harsh. It's not good. Oh man. Go away, sun. Go away. there was like a little bit of woodland just back there, just to the right towards the railway track. Now it's just like a really thin, narrow track, but it looks like it's going to open up any minute. Some knapweed. We're at the bridge. Right, so I've actually reached the bridge, which is the road which goes over the main railway track, leads to York. That is essentially a dead end, so just basically retracing my steps back along this track, and then I'm going to take the other track which is closer to the railway. I managed to cut across, which was great, so I didn't have to go all the way back to the beginning. There was a little path from where I was before that just cut across onto this path, and this is the one that basically runs right along by the side of the main railway. So this is more, you know, it's more open. Where I was before, there was a lot more trees, there was a lot more shade, there was patches of woodland. This now is very, very open, and where I am is just completely getting all the sunlight. It's about, I think it's nearly 5 o'clock now. There's just so much colour here, it's just absolutely beautiful. All the different colours, different plants and flowers. There's a lot of ragwort there with the yellow. And then there's this purple, which I'm not too sure, but it's just, I'm finding it a really colourful plant. I mean, it's really photogenic. So if you do know what this plant is, please tell me, because I've seen it before, but I can't remember. I'm just kind of waiting, just along the edge of this track, just watching. It's a comma, well, it was a comma, until it moved. May have been what I was seeing earlier. It's bright orange, the comma is beautiful, so hopefully we can get some shots here. Okay, so I've watched this comma now about 3 times landing in this area. It's mainly blackberries, and it's just on a leaf now. It's a really good chance we'll get them. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That was just about perfect. I was just kind of hanging around here on the edge of this bramble, and the comma was coming towards me, and then it kind of turned around, and they're moving very fast at the moment. I mean, it's very bright sun, it's quite hot, but it just stopped very suddenly on this bramble leaf. The sun itself, so wings out, body directly towards the sun. I managed to get to the other side of it, to get behind it. Luckily the sun wasn't blocking me, I just had to adjust myself slightly, managed to get like a decent angle on it. Just fired, and yeah, got some good shots. The habitat is fantastic. I think it's very, very good for butterflies. I've got a white on here, did have. I would like to get the whites because they are stopping occasionally. That one stopped on ragwort briefly. There's so much here as well, and elder, lots of elderberry. What else have I seen? Some rose, knapweed. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of wild plants and good food sources for insects and for birds as well. I just think this is absolutely fantastic habitat here. I think it's a little haven. Oh. Gatekeeper, definite gatekeeper here. He's got his wings shut, it's not in a good position. He's got bitten by something. I've done quite well, I thought I was going to get bitten. I've seen some things online saying a lot of people have had various bites down here, maybe like, I don't know, maybe mosquitoes, maybe horseflies, something like that, but I've had nothing bite me until then. And one of the great things about this place as well is you get some free food. It's really good for blackberries. I do like a bit of wild blackberry, so yeah, I'm always a fan of places where you can get free food. And these, I'm not sure, these flowers, they're a bit like a cranesbill. I think it might be one of the cranesbills, yeah. Okay, so it's opening out now. It's opening out much more. I think we're almost back to where I started because it looks like that. It's almost like a yard. Maybe it is like the old yard part of the station, but because it's much more, it's almost like completely open here. So that means maybe we'll get some different species of butterfly. Wow, the colour. The colour here for me is just absolutely incredible. There's just so much colour. I thought it was good back there, but here it's just amazing. There's more purple now with rosebay willow herb in there. There's some buddleia, loads of wagwort, loads of ragwort, but just the amount of colour here is just absolutely fantastic. This is my kind of habitat. I don't know why, it just is. This is the sort of habitat that I love for insects and macro photography. So I think this place, oh, definitely want to come back here for, you know, any kind of macro photography. There is a lot of really good plants here for butterflies. You know, you've got the ragwort, you've got some knapweed, some thistles, the buddleia, you know, which a lot of butterflies tend to like, but also there is some bird's foot trefoil here as well, which is the food plant for the common blue butterfly, certainly the caterpillar anyway. And there's rosebay willow herb, which I know is fed on by the caterpillar of the hawk moth, the elephant hawk moth. So I don't know, maybe they're around here. So species I've seen today, we've seen the gatekeeper, meadow brown. I didn't mention that, I don't think, and I don't tend to really go after the meadow browns because I photographed them so much before, and this one was really tatty looking as well. Speckled wood, the comma, large white, and just down here in what I think is the old yard, the platform, I had a peacock, which is fantastic. I don't see too many of those at the moment, so hopefully we can get something like that and some different species next time. Notice I said next time. There is supposed to be here dingy skipper apparently, which is one I don't even know, and common blue, and I think holly blue as well, and the wall brown. I would love to get the wall brown, I think, above everything else. Now, question for today is, do you have a place like this that you found, or do you think places like this that were maybe very urban or industrial that have been reclaimed by nature, as this has here, do you think those places are good for wildlife photography? I think they can be some of the best in my opinion. Let me know. And if you'd like to see a similar video of me photographing marbled whites out in the field, one of my favourite butterflies, then click the link that's on the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. What species have I seen today? I've seen the gatekeeper. That's better. So species I've seen today,